Welcome to We Win New. What began as a routine flight from New Jersey ended in unimaginable devastation in San Diego. Witness rare footage, analyze critical incidents, and delve into the innovations that keep us flying safely. Watch until the end as we uncover the truth behind the crash. Let's go.
Oh, there he is. Oh! 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 There he is! Woo!
On May 22, 2025, a Cessna private jet crashed in San Diego's Murphy Canyon neighborhood, a densely populated area known for its military housing. The crash occurred under challenging weather conditions with dense fog reducing visibility to approximately half a mile. It crashed while on approach to Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport. The aircraft was owned by Daviator LLC, a company associated with Dave Shapiro, a prominent music agent and co-founder of Sound Talent Group. Jet fuel spilled across the area, exacerbating the fires and complicating rescue efforts. Fires were brought under control and approximately 100 residents were evacuated to a temporary shelter established at Miller Elementary School. Parts of Shapiro's 1985 Cessna 550 Citation littered a large area, including fragments under the power lines and a section of wing on a road behind the homes. The resulting explosion and fire damaged at least 10 homes, one of which was completely destroyed, and several vehicles. NTSB investigators plan to spend 2 days at the scene gathering evidence. At that hour and in foggy weather, the plane was likely operating on an instrument flight rules plan, which is typically used during reduced visibility.
Wake up!
The tragic event has had a profound impact on the local community and the music industry.
Wake up! What's up?
The incident has also raised concerns about aviation safety in densely populated areas, particularly those with significant military housing.
Get out of the way! Get away from the car! Hey, hurry up this way! Hurry! Come on, your kids are over here. Don't knock on that door.
That's fine.
As the investigation continues, authorities aim to determine the exact cause of the crash and implement measures to prevent similar tragedies in the future. It climbed to about 50 feet, made a steep roll to the left, flying between the control tower and a light pole. It crossed over the boundary fence, and the left wing struck a moving vehicle before coming to rest against several parked cars. On 14 January 2019, a Boeing 707, operated by Sahar Airlines on a cargo flight, crashed at Fath Air Base, Iran. The crew probably mistook Fath Air Base's runway for the much longer Payam International Airport runway, as the two runways are just a few kilometers apart and on a similar alignment.
down safely.
This pilot ended up in a field on day 4 of the Dunstable Regionals in England, and it took 10 people to carry the glider out piece by piece. The surrounding green fields looked good, but were actually full of sheep. The incident occurred on February 26, 2002, when a Republic of Korea Air Force crashed shortly after takeoff from Seosan Air Base due to an engine fire caused by material defects in the engine blades. The pilot ejected safely, and the aircraft came down in a rice paddy. It happened to a South Africa couple being delivered to prom dance. Helicopters flew into electric power lines, and luckily everyone was safe. The fire originated on a baggage conveyor belt that was situated near the Royal Air Maroc aircraft at Pierre-Elliott-Truva Airport in Montreal. This incident caused an emergency evacuation of the aircraft, which had just landed from Casablanca, with 250 passengers and 8 crew members on board. In July 1991, a jet experienced a mishap while attempting to land on the aircraft carrier USS Ranger, approximately 30 miles off the coast of San Diego. Both the pilot and the navigator ejected safely. Watch the skills of this helicopter pilot connecting 2 pieces of pylon in Manitoba, Canada. During a demanding aerial firefighting operation, a helicopter unintentionally entered a dangerous flight condition known as settling with power. In a remarkable display of precision flying and aerial coordination, the Hughes 369D helicopter is used to transfer line workers directly onto high-voltage power lines. A light aircraft exploded on February 21, 2017 in a massive fireball as it smashed into a shopping centre near the Australian city of Melbourne, Australia. The compilation of clips purporting to show China delivering aid to Gaza Strip. However, these clips were either old, since 2023 and 2024, not 2025. On May 18, 2011, an Omega Aerial Refueling Services Boeing 707 tanker crashed during takeoff at Naval Air Station Point Mugu, California. The crash occurred after the No. 2 engine separated from the port wing during takeoff, and the No. 1 engine was also damaged. A particularly harrowing low landing at Sint Maarten's Princess Juliana International Airport captured on video. On October 17, 2019, a Saab 2000 overran the runway while landing at the Thomas Madsen Airport, Unalaska, Alaska. The airplane passed through the airport perimeter fence, crossed a road, and came to rest on shoreline rocks. The pilot of a Cessna U-206G Stationair reported that, as he was taxiing from the fuel station to his hangar, he turned left onto taxiway Delta, at which point his aeroplane collided with the Luscomate E. Footage of a plane crashing at the Paris Air Show on June 3, 1977. While performing a loop over the runway, the tail section struck the ground. On May 5, 2019, airliner Sukhoi Superjet 100 of Aeroflot was carrying out a flight from Moscow to Murmansk. However, after 28 minutes of flight, the aircraft urgently returned to Sheremetyevo Airport. A helicopter crashed during a public display. 2 crew members escaped unharmed. An aeroplane impacted terrain during a forced landing at the Butler County Regional Airport, Hogan Field, near Hamilton, Ohio, following a loss of engine power. On August 31, 2016, a Beechcraft A-36 Bonanza was destroyed when it impacted a hangar during an attempted takeoff at the Bentonville Municipal Airport, Bentonville, Arkansas. The moment when a Beechcraft attempted to land at Campo de Marte Airport in Brazil and crashed on the airfield next to the runway on July 29, 2018.
Minha nossa, meu Deus do céu.
Sai daqui não?
Não. Só emergência, só veículo de emergência, só veículo de emergência.
On October 1, 2016, during the Stearman Fly-In event in Jennings, Louisiana, a Kit Fox Speedster Classic crashed shortly after takeoff. A Cessna 210 had to make an emergency landing without his rear landing gear down. The local pilot did a hell of a job landing with the front gear locked down.
Nice landing. Yeah.
In May 2002, a Black Hawk rescue helicopter crashed on Mount Hood while attempting to rescue survivors of a climbing accident. A helicopter crashed on Caledonia Street in Panama City, startling residents. A Pawnee banner towing aircraft crashed on North Park Road, Hollywood, Florida, after struggling to maintain altitude, post-releasing the banner.
Boys, he just fell out of the sky, right here.
The pilot experienced an unexpected engine shutdown near Civitavecchia, Italy, after running out of fuel, forcing the crew to take immediate action to stabilize the situation. An Mi-8 helicopter crashed under still undetermined circumstances, possible causes such as mechanical failure or pilot error. The plane went off the runway and scraped its engines. The left side of the plane caught fire shortly after the attempt to abort takeoff. A Russian prototype military transport plane crashed while performing a test flight outside Moscow. It is the first military transport plane developed in Russia from scratch since the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991.
Да. Всё.
Ой, упал. Мама дорогая.
Ё-моё.
An airplane crash at Addison Airport was caused by the pilot's failure to control the twin Jenny plane after one of the engines lost thrust on June 30, 2019.
Ai, Jesus! Ai, meu Deus!
It shows flight tests of the countercopter high-speed autogyro, which has crashed 8 times in 5 years. An aircraft which exploded into a fireball at Malta Airport was a spy plane used by French authorities keeping watch on popular smuggling routes, it has been revealed. The plane caught fire shortly after taking off from the runway. Oh, R-22 helicopter training with a cone. Amazing job. Giant sandstorm blankets Chihuahua Airport in Mexico. It was absolutely massive.
Yep. No gear.
A belly landing test of the Canberra aircraft on grass intended to study the aircraft's behavior. Aircraft blown off apron, smashes into building at Airport Malta, Europe. No injuries reported. A small plane crashed at the intersection of 7th Street and Deer Valley Road, Colorado on August 20, 2018. A Cessna 152 was forced to make an emergency landing after experiencing technical difficulties mid-flight. A twin-engine plane returning to Shoreham Airport from France with 4 persons aboard is forced to land with the starboard wheel not locked down. A Turkish Air Force F-4 Phantom saves itself from hitting the ground with only a few inches in 2025 Cyprus Techno Fest. During an air show, one helicopter of the Colombian military gets his tail cut off by another one, goes up in flames and hits the ground. On September 27, 2018, a Dassault Falcon 50 was involved in a runway excursion accident at Greenville Downtown Airport, Greenville, South Carolina. The plane crashed in Russia while it was landing. A camera crew filming a fishing video suddenly shifts their attention to a sputtering single-engine plane that's losing altitude fast. A heart-stopping video shows a small plane crash landing in Boca Raton and just barely missing a worker on the ground. The aircraft crashed at Curinovo Airfield. Following a steep climb, the pilot attempted a barrel roll time maneuver, during which he lost control of the aircraft.
Hey. I'm moving. I'm not fucking.
The pilot handled the emergency landing like a pro. Good, he is safe. Pilot performs perfect emergency belly landing at the Goodyear Airport in Arizona. There was an issue with the landing gear. A small plane crashed into a Fort Lauderdale therapy center for children with autism on December 1, 2018. Teachers safely evacuated the children In 1989, an aeroplane crashed in Linköping, Sweden. The pilot survived. It was filmed by a TV crew reporting on the jet's development. A small aeroplane crashed next to North Perry Airport in Pembroke Pines, Florida. The flames spread in a streak of fire across the street, burning up spilled fuel. On August 31, 2016, a Beech A-36 swerved off the runway and impacted a hangar during an attempted takeoff from Bentonville Municipal Airport, Arkansas. A student pilot failed to maintain helicopter control while maneuvering to land, which resulted in impact with an airplane and a hangar at Independence Municipal Airport, Kansas. The pilot walked away, so I guess this is a good landing. What do you think? A plane skidded off a runway and crashed at Istanbul's Sabiha Gökçen Airport, Turkey. It overshot the runway and then dropped about 98 to 131 feet. Have you ever seen a low-flying helicopter like that?
Вообще колесами, да? Как он
A Cessna overran the runway Key West Airport, Florida, USA, and came to a stop in the Engineered Materials Arresting System zone. Student pilot does an amazing job landing with only 2 wheels in Scottsdale. On June 28, 2013, 2 airplanes collided mid-air while on final approach to landing at the Johnson Creek Airport, Yellow Pine, Idaho. Both pilots were not adequately monitoring other aircraft position reports while in the pattern.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
In 2016, Emirates Flight 521 crashed in Dubai. The report pointed to crew actions, noting breach of standard operating procedure during maneuver. All passengers are safe. Watch the pilot successfully pulled off an emergency belly landing.
That was terrible. Actually, I'm going to... Hold on. The other way.
The plane burst into flames on Interstate 75 at mile marker 105 near Naples, Florida. The aircraft was on approach to Naples Airport when the crew radioed that they had lost both engines and were not able to make it to the runway.
And it's hot going right by it.
A boat was hit by a float plane taking off in Vancouver's Cole Harbour. It has raised concerns about boats and float planes operating in the same waters during tourist season. March 2022, while supporting operations for US Air Forces Europe, the pilot experienced an incident during takeoff. Once it came to a stop, the pilot raised the canopy and safely egressed. The finish line is here. Don't forget to give us a like button and share your road encounters in the comments. And don't miss the video on the right side of the screen. See you soon.